Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will start financial accounting. So we'll see what are the tasks in finance, and then we'll talk about organizational level data, and then master data, and then we'll go for the GL account document, which is like a transaction. So let's see what are the tasks in financial accounting. So now, financial accounting, actually, the main part of financial accounting is the general ledger. And general ledger is the one that has complete financial records of all business transaction. So this is the job of what you can say general ledger. Now, in general ledger, you will find the account receivable transactions, account payable transactions. Now, account payables are basically all transactions which are related to the vendors. From we purchase the item and we have to pay them. And account receivable are the transactions from our customers. I mean, they purchase item from us, and then we need to receive from cash from them. So all the receivable, payable transactions are recorded in general ledger. We do have some asset accounting, fixed assets, all those transactions related to fixed assets, their depreciation or appreciation, that will again be recorded in the general ledger. We do have bank ledgers, all transactions which are related to the banks or happening through the banks. So they will be recorded over there, and that is what we call bank ledger. Now, if you see, we have a financial supply chain in the middle. So basically, the financial supply chain is to improve the organization cash flow. Yani we try to receive receivables as soon as possible. Yani we want to collect the cash from the customer as soon as possible. If there is any conflict with the customers or some, dispute, we have to resolve as soon as possible and try to collect the. So for that matter, SAP has some kind of background or processes which helps in speeding up the collection. And similarly, we do have some kind of front-end applications where we do the credit check, and we stop making any sales to the customer with a bad credit. That is also available in the SAP. So similarly, we have like account payable. We verify the purchases with the invoices, and then we make the payment. So this is the whole financial accounting system, and that's it. So if you have any question on this slide, please let me know. And by the way, all the posting that we are making them in a sub-ledger, okay? And in general ledger, we have, you can say, a reconciliation account. So all the transaction we make in the sub-ledgers, those will be updated automatically in the reconciliation account, which is available in the general ledger. So general ledger has the latest updated information about all the transactions. So, and that helps, the management to display income statement, profit and loss statement, balance sheet anytime. So this is one of the advantage. Now, here you go. So we have like sub ledgers, and then we have a general ledger, as we mentioned before. So if you see, we have a sub ledgers of account receivable. Yeah, means all customer transactions are recorded there. As soon as we record the transaction in sub ledger, it will update the general ledger reconciliation account at the same time, So, and similarly, we have account payables. This is the sub ledger that we make all the transaction in that. Bank accounting, we all made transaction in this one and automatically updated into the general ledger. Fixed assets accounting, inventory accounting, tax accounting, all these are sub ledgers. So any transaction we make in the sub ledger, they get automatically updated into the general ledger reconciliation account. Remember, reconciliation account. Okay. And another thing is that we cannot make direct entry into the reconciliation account. Okay, no direct posting to the reconciliation account. Always we'll make a posting in the sub ledgers, and system will automatically update the reconciliation account. Okay, and we have already talked about the benefit of reconciliation account. All the information is updated and management can get profit and loss statement or balance sheet anytime. Here is the example, the balance sheet, and the aim of all business transactions that we are making, the aim is to get the balance sheet or profit and loss statement. So, and this balance sheet and income and loss or profit and loss statement, these two are the you can say that statements that meets the national requirement. National requirement mean the tax authorities. Whenever you have to file your tax returns for the company, you have to submit the balance sheet. You have to submit the income and loss statement so they can determine that how much profit and loss happened to this company. And similarly, whenever you have to go for stock exchange, you have to show the balance sheet and the income statement to the shareholders in there, so you can declare that you have profits and you can give dividends to the shareholders. So that is why these two reports basically meets the specific national requirement, whether it's from stock exchange or it is from government authorities, or you have taken a bank loan from the bank and you can show these statements to the banks or the authorities. We have like this is one of the ledgers. You can have many ledgers in your SAP system, but one of them must be a leading general ledger. Okay, in every client we must have one leading general ledger. We can have many other for some specific purposes, but one is the leading general ledger that is required. Now we have like this is like comparison of financial accounting and managerial accounting. Now remember one thing: financial accounting is an external accounting, and managerial accounting is the internal accounting. So if you see, this is for internal management reporting, and this is for legal reporting. Legal mean, as I mentioned before, if you have to file your tax return for the company, then you have to submit your balance sheet or financial statements to the tax authorities or to the stock exchange. But managerial accounting is for internal accounting. This is for management purposes. for your management to make decision. Okay, and mm, so your management in management accounting, you can analyze the cost, you can analyze the revenue, um, financial accounting is limited within a country, but management accounting has no boundaries. For example, we have a company in one country and company in another country. So with management accounting, you can link both of the companies, and then you can have a look on the profitability overall. So that is possible in management accounting. So now let's see. Any question until this point, guys? Before we go for mm, organization level data. Okay, so let's see the organizational level data that we have in SAP Finance module. So um, company code is the one that is company code is the organizational data that is required for financial accounting. So we have seen this company code in sales system. We already talked about that. So basically, you can say that um, this is the code that is required in financial accounting system. And by the way, this company code does not extend the national boundaries. Yani, the company within the national boundaries, within the country, this code will be used. So if I want to have a financial accounting on a company code, yes, it should be within the country. So a company code represent a company within the country. But if we have a company in two different countries, for example, one in United States and one in the Germany, then company code for both countries we will be having two company codes, one company code for Germany and one company code for United States. So two company codes, two financial statements, two income statements, two balance sheets. Okay, because this company code does not cross the national boundaries. In case we want to see the financial statement of both companies in two different countries, yes, it is possible, but we'll go for the management accounting then. That is what we call controlling. At least one company code if you want to do the business, if you want to use the SAP software for finance, at least one company code is required. And this code is like a 4-digit code, alphanumeric. So, US00 could be a code for a company in United States. So if you have two companies in United States, you can say US00, US01, like that. You can also say 0001, no problem, all numeric. But again, this will be an alphanumeric code. We do have a segment. This is another organizational data. Segment is also this segment is used for reporting purposes. This segment is for managerial accounting. So if we are using managerial accounting, then we will create a segment in that part. And by the way, managerial accounting and financial accounting, they are two independent, but they go side by side, help each other, complement each other. So we can have like segment. Now, if you see here, we have like 3 segments, one in Europe, one in America, one in Africa. So our market or our companies are split into three different, areas, three different continents. So that is what we call segment. So in one segment, we may have many controlling area, and in one controlling area, we can have many company codes. So and SAP always recommend that if you're using segment, then you use it with the profit center accounting. And profit center accounting is a managerial accounting, management accounting, or you can say controlling. So different names. If you see here, now we have a controlling area. So if I look at before, this was financial accounting, company code. This is organizational data. This is a segment, another organizational data, but on the managerial accounting side. And now we have a controlling. Okay, so controlling is also a managerial accounting, organizational data that we are using with the combination of financial accounting. So this controlling area, one controlling area can have one company code or more than one company code. Okay, so this is or you can link all company codes to the controlling area if they are using same chart of account. This is one condition, guys. So all company codes must use the same chart of account, and all company codes must have a same fiscal year. Okay, so same fiscal year and same chart of account. That is must. So controlling area, as I mentioned, this belongs to the managerial accounting. So it's mostly receiving the costs entries and also the revenue entries as well, in this part. And that is again for managerial accounting. If you see here, we have a company A, company B, company C. So they are all in three different countries, but they are all controlled by one controlling area. So if I want to have a financial statement at this level, so you can imagine that I'll be having a financial statement that consists of all three companies, So I'll be having a comprehensive financial statement at the controlling area level. Okay, to carry out, for example, if I want to have a reporting cross-company code, yani more than one companies, I'm looking for the reporting. I'll go for the cost. I'll go for the cost accounting, yani controlling. So, for example, today I was looking into an example that why we need controlling area. The example is that if the company has planned cost of 10 million for two computers, 10 million for two companies to buy some, equipment. So it's better to have one controlling area. Okay. But if a company wants to have like 10 million, but 6 million for one company and 4 millions for another company, then they must have two separate controlling areas to control the cost. So that is why if we need more than one controlling area. Okay, but if a company plans to have 10 million for all two companies, doesn't matter how much, then one controlling area is enough for controlling the cost. And the main purpose of SAP controlling module is a planning. So at the end of the day, you will be able to see the variance, how much was your actual plan and how much is the actual cost, and then you can see the variance. So this will be happening on controlling area. Now let's see the master data. Um, so master data at financial. The first master record is like a GL master record. Okay. We have the chart of account. Okay. We have a general ledger master data, GL account, and then we have reconciliation account. So there are three things that we will talk about. Chart of account, yes, it is master data. GL account is also a master data. And reconciliation account, um, that is a question, whether it's a master data or not. Okay, so let's see. This is a chart of account, guys. Now, chart of account, um, one company can have as many as additional chart of account as needed. So it is possible. And each general ledger is set up according to the chart of account. So basically, chart of account is a basic thing that helps creating the GL. And by the way, chart of account has two types of information. Chart of account has account number, the account name, and the type of account. One more time, chart of account has I'm talking about the record of chart of account. So the chart of account record consists of account number, account name, and type of general ledger account, whether this is a balance sheet account or profit and loss account. So this is what our chart of account is having. Now, so we have like chart of account has some columns, some fields, and then we assign the chart of account to the company code. So, and this company code has a separate data. Like we have like in a sales, we have seen that customer has general data, and then customer has sales area data, and then customer has the accounting data. So similarly, this chart of account assignment, any chart of account has some information in the column, and then it has some additional company code data as well. For example, in this company code data, we can say that we have a currency. Okay, a currency that can help us. Okay, which currency you are dealing with. Maybe this company is dealing with dollars, and this one is in euro, and this one is some other currency. One of them, as we have the general ledger, we say the leading ledger. Similarly, in the chart of account, if we say we have one operating chart of account. Okay. So usually or normally, a company can have three chart of accounts. One is the operating chart of account. Another one could be the group chart of account. And then third one might be a country-specific chart of account. Okay, so three types of chart of accounts can be available in any company. Now, in operating chart of account, we usually post daily transactions, daily expenses. Either the transaction could be expense or the transaction could be revenue. And same information will be shared in controlling. So we are making transactions in, whether it's expense transaction or a revenue transaction, we are making it in finance, but it will be shared at the same time in controlling as well. Now we have now if you see here, we have chart of account that has two segments. One is the chart of account that has account definition, account number, account name, and type of chart of account, whether it's a balance sheet or it is what you call it, income statement. And then we have some company code specific settings. In company codes, we can have like which currency, the taxes information, reconciliation account, whether this line to be displayed or not, sorting key, field status group. So these are the company code specific settings. So this is for another country and this is for another country. So that is why we are having. This one also has account group information as well. So in account definition, in this chart of account, we have like account number, account name, type of account, whether it's balance sheet or financial statement, income statement. And then we have account group as well. Okay, so account group is like, on the next slide you can see that it's cash, assets, material, liability, profit and loss. So these are the groups which usually we have on our balance sheet. So in general term, if you look at any balance sheet, you will find that, okay, you have like cash account or expense account, the revenue account payables, all these equity assets. So yeah, so those account groups are available here. Another important part here is, so when you create company code segment, you display, when you create a company code segment, you have the choice. You have the choice whether you want to, in the field status, you want to suppress, you want to display, or it is an optional, or it is required. So you have to make that setting. And by the way, this field status option is an exam question. So you may have like some options, and those options are field status options can be suppress, can be required, display, or optional. So these are the four choices that you can make when you are defining a company code segment for the chart of account. Okay. Now, these are the subledgers. All our transaction will go to the subledgers. And as soon as you record the transaction, it will be automatically updated in the reconciliation account. Whether if it is a customer, it will go to the customer reconciliation account. If it is a vendor, it will go to the vendor's account, reconciliation account. If it is an assets, it will go to the assets reconciliation account. So this will always have an update. So you don't have, if you want to display a financial statement, you can directly display from the general ledger. You don't have to recalculate everything or run the program to calculate the total for everything. And No, all the totals are available here in the general ledger, in the reconciliation account. And you cannot make a direct posting to the reconciliation account. It has to go through the subledgers. Now, posting to the GL. So let's see, we have this is the normal screen that we will have for making a posting. It has like 4 areas: 1, template; 2, 3, and 4. Um, in working templates, you can pick whether you are entering an invoice, or you are entering a credit memo, or it's a GL account posting, or sometime if you do the purchase order, you will see the purchase order also somewhere here. And then the header data will contain posting date, something like that. Information area will be like debit or credit amounts, or net amount, or total amount. And in the GL account items, you will see that you have the detail entries here. So this is an exam question as well. So how many areas you have on the GL account posting screen? So this is an exam question as well. We do have a posting key. This is also an exam question, posting key. It's a 2-character numerical key that controls the entry of the items. But now we don't enter the posting keys. Now we just pick debit or credit, and it will automatically set the posting key of that particular transaction. It's almost automated now. So yeah. So 2-digit numerical key that controls the entry of line items, whether it's debit entry or a credit entry. Now we have account information. I mean, this is a balance display. So if you're displaying, you can drill down, go through the detail, and double click on that. You'll see the line item, double click on that, and then you will see even you can go up to the document level. Okay, that is possible in this one. And this line item display is only possible if in the GL account master records, you activated the display option. Okay. If you activated the display option, yes, you can go up to the line item, and you can go up to the document level. If it is not activated, then you cannot go beyond that. So that's it for the financial accounting. This is we have like managerial accounting. Inshallah, for managerial accounting, we'll go tomorrow. Inshallah, we'll see. Any question at this point? Please let me know so we can have.